Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. How are you doing? Now, there's a lot going on in the field. I'm guided to share some more bits and pieces and also to make a few announcements. And yeah, let's start with Starship Earth is ready to light all the way up. We are already in full liftoff mode. This is the end of the final countdown. Tickety talk, especially for those of ill intent who have been committing grave crimes against humanity and the grey lines, and have created a lot of misery, pain, suffering, which we came to forgive, and is part of the greater drama. It is the both end. You need to feel it all to release it all. You will only be shown greater truths, the big truth, the big picture, in stages as you are, as your heart really is ready to take it. Because these are really harsh truths. And this is what I mean with some will be throwing up in the back of the roller coaster ride. It's more about truly being able to face harsh truths about the self, about reality, about how this really works, about what have we really been feeding. And yeah, this will be a rough awakening in that sense, but then truly it's all being cushioned by a whole lot of true divine love, okay? And the higher order, the higher perspective, but, which is that we have created this all as one. And, all is part of the divine plan. So all is ultimately always in divine order, even if it seems otherwise in this inverted mirror universe so far. But this has all been flipped around now. So thank you so much to those who took part in the call on the 8th. That was very, very, very powerful. We went for almost 6 hours. The activation itself just is clearing, because it's, it's kind of like the run up, and then, the activation is basically, it's just releasing this really all in the field, activating it, and then we anchor this further. More flows in, more unfolds, especially in the 3 days following. So especially up until the 12th. And these are just marker points. It's beyond all of this. But this is right now what we are paying attention to as we fully ignite our new heaven upon the earth. And all that is true, whilst we are getting rid of that which is not, simultaneously. So that was a lot of clearing off, and what I can literally feel, tangibly see, perceive, and still is unfolding, and I'm part of removing along again. Thank you so much for those who took part in the creating heaven upon the earth, heaven on earth. The link is below in the description box if you still want to take part. These are truly quantum activations. The replay is just as powerful. And to help the field along, because I do feel it when there are so few people taking part and supporting me. I mean, this has been tough. And I know why, because there's so much fuckery in the field. And I had to, I was basically, the field and me was being attacked just before, and I could just, let's say, circumvent that and clear that just in time. And because we have a lot of help, because as we love it all up and complete this multidimensional integration of the God self, truly, all of your guides, all of your protection, your own higher God self, calls on all the protection available. And this is us also making real our cosmic brothers and sisters in the physical, calling in new earth, as if cosmic contact, with our interdimensional friends was never any different, as if the magical realms filled with fairies and elves and the seeds returned has never been any different, as if none of this has ever happened, as we are fully awakening from the dream within a dream. So that call is getting, and this activation active in the field is clearing up ship, crystalline clear. Crystalline vision is returning. So what I saw on the Friday to Saturday with this, what was it? An M9.75 solar flare, pretty big one, explosion, CME, happening on the sun. So that was UTC time, speaking early Saturday. Anyway, as it was going on, so what's coming in with this as the CME is reaching Earth now, and the proton storm is still ongoing since then, assisting our crystallization process and our multidimensional remembering, activation of the God self, and our multidimensional DNA. If I haven't mentioned that yet, have I? So basically, whilst that was going on, I could literally feel like I had such huge downloads. They were so quantum. This was literally the quantum mind coming online. Everything was so crystalline clear. Even if I could have sat down to like written down or spoken it, even in some recording down of all of the downloads, you know, in order to anchor them and maybe share them in some way. That was just coming on in online all simultaneously in multiple streams. It was just so much. And also it's beyond words, truly, especially the quantum. So this is why it's so hard to even explain all that I am explaining in linear words, because if people see or perceive me through their, you know, false ego lenses or, you know, false ego self, their, you know, beliefs and polarized mind, the right left brain, wanting it either one way or the other, right or wrong, good or bad, it's not gonna, you know, get to you. It's really mostly what I again transmit are frequencies, and this is a lot what, you know, my calls, not just because they're so long, but in general, people do fall asleep. They find it very hard to stay awake. They need to lie down. There's massive amounts of gamma rays, cosmic light codes flooding through me, through us, anchored into the grids through the group. And this is also why the activation often, like, it takes several hours for the activation to be ready to come in, for the frequencies to be right, because we keep anchoring and building up the frequency in the field, coming also to a congruent consciousness field of those present, quantum style, even those that decide in the future to take part, aligning everything, and then the activation kind of solidifies everything that has been already activated in the field, because the two calls before, or I think anyway, the, you know, group calls that were without activations that I had also made available separately, they were literally as powerful as the normal activation calls. There are, you know, again, several hours long, and there's just everything we speak, you see, is a spell. It's all magic. Just you decide, is it white or black magic? So that's what's clearing right now. So the black magic, because this is what I was shown, was preventing the success, the abundance, why I'm struggling so much, because I know I'm literally like, the signs have been everywhere. I should be successful. The relationship should be here. The family, the everything we've ever been dreaming of should be here, so to say, as well. Everything is perfectly aligned. It's the both end. But all of the hold up that you feel it should be here and it's not there, and you're not doing nothing wrong, okay, as well as we're constantly aligning and clearing and upgrading, okay, all of that stuff, okay, the both end. But it's not there yet because of all of the fuckery in the field. Constantly messing with, because if they can't get to us, they get to the people connected to us. And yeah, there are all kinds of overlays. So anyway, I was shown again another layer of fuckery in the field, trying to mess with the activation unfolding, which was again cleared. And that also continues because it's part of a greater picture of what's really going on. I mean, this is all about truly the whole breakup, or rather now reconciliation of the one cosmic family, the tribes, the original founder races, the families, the royal families. And that we have been divided and conquered, and that a lot of our brothers and sisters are still kind of feeling the energy and life force towards the false light, and people like me are being mistaken for the false, because it's all been so inverted. And this goes back to the beginning of the invasions and how they could even take over. And again, and I talked more about this in the call, about how important it is right now of us, those watching, okay, taking back the leadership, not waiting for any politician, no one to do nothing for us. We are the ancient priests and priestesses, guardians, magic great queens and kings returned. We are here to lead. We are here to be the guardians and basically take the roles of what you would now consider the judicial systems, the laws, okay, returning divine law, order, okay? We hold the blueprints for reality within us. This is why it's so important to be in integrity and not just regurgitate what you've learned somewhere else, but really speak from experience and embodiment. Because this is what transmits through your auric field. And that's the only way how our blueprints realign, activate the light body, truly aligned with real truth. Light is truth, just love, power, wisdom. So this Trinity wave, the tri-wave, the Holy Grail, what that represents for me, the Divine Father, Mother, Child within you, you embodying the polarities within the 0-point field, the still point of divine love, neutrality, and oneness. That's you seeing everything through the eyes and heart of God, the heart and mind of God. All as one. It's your heart and mind in coherence, unified as one, in union. That's the divine union of the masculine and feminine. And this is where the inner child heals, because you see everything with crystalline clarity. And this is what I see is arriving, because this is what I was seeing as this massive solar flare was going off. And I was shown, because when this goes off and I'm shown something or I'm part of some activation, I see that the solar flare, as it, you know, these rays are fully reaching us and they're already there, but more of them, the geomagnetic storm part. This God mind is going to come online collectively. It's returning crystalline clarity, and nothing and no one can stop this now. Esa shenata, kenukurutu. So we need to reclaim the leadership. We need to step all the way up. We need to sparkle and shine. Showtime means you need to show up time. Like, literally, if not now, it's never gonna fucking happen, okay? If not you, then step aside and let someone else step up. Shukunate. Like, in general, everybody needs to get a grip here. This is coming from source. And really decide which side of the fence they're standing on, and really look around of seeing what fence they're even standing on. Are they truly in the right place? What are they defending? What are they feeding their attention to, their life force? Because all you want to do right now is feed your attention, your life force, to new earth creation, as the old is going fully offline and kaput. So, like, enough bullshit. Yeah, people need to own up, stand up, lead, if they want to be the change that we need in the world. That's the only way anything is going to change, not from thinking, not from believing. That's really like part of like beliefs and opinions. Judgments is part of the separation, it's fragmentation. It's actually a form of self-hate. What it is. Sorry. Now. Because it's a form of separation. It's when you judge someone else, you judge yourself, ultimately. If you're worried about other people's judgments, also, it's something we carry within. It's the same as we are fully clear with who we are and who we not are, as well as, you know, again, at the God level, you are everything and you're nothing. So it's like the both end. Other people's judgments just will not reach you. It's like somebody could, you know, I don't know, shout at you, and you would just be like, who are you shouting at? Because your false ego self is no longer feeling, you know, you wouldn't feel offended, because you know it's not about you, it's about that person obviously not being very happy in that moment. So because, you know, only hurt people hurt others. Misery seeks company, and this is what you can see at various levels playing out. And this happens for most people on very unconscious level. And I mean, we have just been making this very conscious. So this has all been about, like, you know, excavating the shadow self, and looking at all of the underlying programming, which is really parasitic thought forms, which really is what black magic spells are ultimately about. I mean, again, this truly happens in fields. I can write a few books on this. But then if you peel away all of this, okay, what comes it back down to is, again, these are thought forms. This is also part of the various negative alien technologies that have been running in the field, where negative thought forms are being projected into, you know, our minds, literally. And the anti-herogamic union technology, which again has been splitting the gender energies literally apart and have made herogamic union at a greater collective level impossible at light body level. Okay, so like it was literally not possible. It doesn't matter kind of how much you try. There were things going on in the field, within our own fields and the planetary field, these negative alien technologies that are part of the artificial matrix structures and overlays that are fully dissolving in the field right now, that again have been standing between us being in divine union with all of life everywhere, ultimately, because the masculine feminine herogamic union template blueprint is all about, again, balance within, balance, harmony. Okay, this again, it's at the corridor of all kind of polarities playing out in reality. And it's also kind of the core of your multidimensional integration. Because you're constantly integrating polarities. And part of your ascension is you integrating the dichotomies, the paradoxes, and this is really merging your right and your left brain. And again, it's really literally the opposite of what we've learned, or, you know, again, these higher truths come in multidimensional rainbow colors, you know, not in black and white, not just in right, wrong, putting it into boxes that all falls apart. You need to let it all the way go. All beliefs, thought forms, preconceived ideas, compartmentalization, dogmatism, belief systems, opinions. This is way beyond all of these concepts. So the God mind coming fully online, the quantum mind is like a Buddhic mind, just a kind of upgraded version of that. It's cosmic. It's you at one with the super consciousness field, and it's the whole collective just operating as one unified organism in true divine harmony and union, and each part just knows what the other one is doing, so to say, and everything operates in divine union from a higher order as the God self has fully taken over. And it does that as we fully surrender and let the higher God self take over our vessels and stir it, you know, guide it. That is you being guided through your heart, which is how God speaks to you, your intuition, your guidance. But again, your mind, as it comes to divine union with the heart, is in alignment with the heart, and it understands that it sometimes doesn't fully understand why you're doing certain things. I've been shown this again and again, mostly through trivial things where little me wants to do one thing and then I see myself doing something else. And I'm like, what the heck is happening? So anyway, so just surrender to the God self. I mean, what are you afraid of? This is all again about surrender, trust in God, is trusting yourself, is trusting the divine plan. It's all interchangeable, and you can only do this as you trust yourself. As you trust yourself, which you can only do by truly knowing yourself, you also know who to trust and not to trust. You can read situations, you know, again, because this is you in alignment with real truth, okay, and your real true self. And you're no longer gonna lie to yourself, nor to anyone else. And this also gets rid of any kind of betrayal in your field, ultimately. Because nobody else needs to betray you to show you that you're somewhere not listening to your own intuition and guidance. Okay, so language is also going offline. Part of this full and final rising and ascent, and as rising from the ashes, I'm co-hosting an event with some lovely people in Ireland, in South Dublin, a very special place, in a very special place to my heart, a sacred site called Knockrose. And the event is called Phoenix Nights, Solstice Rebirth. And again, I'm going to be co-hosting. There will also be some, we will also be assisted by some Amanita medicine, which is a mushroom, the flying mushroom. And I've been also taking this as part of my healing journey and awakening for the last few months. Before I was kind of more in contact with magic truffles and other mushrooms. Again, as part of also the reprogramming that I do, as part of the deep diving into the collective consciousness that I do, I use this as kind of micro, medium, and sometimes bigger doses, depending on kind of what's been shown to me, how I'm being guided. So anyway, this has been a big part of my healing journey. I find, especially with the Amanita mushroom, that it's very healing to the body. I can literally feel it, and I can also feel it massively helping with the reprogramming. Again, you always tap into the whole mushroom consciousness overall, which is the collective consciousness, the unity field, which is, again, what I work with a lot. So I can just highly recommend, maybe if that is something of interest to you, to have your own, assist your own awakening journey, reprogramming, ascension, something to check out and research further for yourself. So anyway, this will be part of the event. It will be around 4 hours. We will also have some beautiful sound healing music, handpan, and I will guide a little sound healing meditation and little guided meditation, just a shorter version to the usual long big ones. And we will be enjoying the healing frequencies of that very special garden. And and then there will be also some dancing. So check out the link below if anyone is interested. I know this is kind of short notice, as well as this is so quantum. So this is us literally dancing around the campfire, okay? And this is a very multidimensional place. So in a higher sense, I'm inviting, all of the right ones, basically the cosmic reunion to happen kind of through that event, in a way also happening at a higher multidimensional level. This is kind of what's happening in a higher way, because everything we do here on this level, it's the same as our group calls, as I sometimes mention. That's us doing council meetings. This is us doing this at a higher level. And it's usually all pre-arranged, preordained, who turns up, what happens, as well as people make, there are shifts and changes all the time happening, of whether people go with their intuition or not. So anyway, check out the links below if you're interested. What else? So truly, fears, doubts, worries, insecurities act like black magic spells in the field, because you're constantly telling yourself negative things about yourself, which are not based in truth. They're bad programming. And as you see them for what they are, you just let them go, okay? And the truth will just the God self coming fully online, you're not even thinking in those terms. You're just beingness, okay? And there is no definition, again, into even good or bad. The use of words will, so to say, disappear, because they're part of the separation playing out. The same as the memories, all of these details, again, backed up. This false, fallen, Akash timelines, memory, okay? Because it's based on inversions, untruths, okay? It's, again, us awakening from the dream, remembering that we have projected part of our consciousness into this cosmic drama. And as we are fully pulling out our quantum, our attention, our life force, okay, our focus from the false, and fully focus now on the new, because this has been dissolved and it's fully clearing in the field right now, it ceases to exist. This is actually the quantum observer effect. And again, I spoke about this more in the call. And this is so much about us holding the still point of the 0 point field, being neutral. And again, but to get there, you need to feel it all. And, a lot happens in that neutral space. It's not what some people think, okay? As well as you're no longer being trauma triggered by this freaking inverted matrix. So this is where we flip it all around, okay? This is where you truly see everything is ultimately a blessing. Just one more announcement. At the group container, which I'm, shifting and changing, I gave a final date of the 15th, 1/5, by which I will do this. I just haven't gotten around to it yet, and so much is still unfolding in the field. Let's see what happens. Anything is possible right now, but details are to be, announced. So this is why I'm still doing this again, as I am doing it. As well as I wanted to say, anyone who's interested in the last group call and activation, creating heaven upon earth, and really just check out also my last post or the description of the call. Because we covered a lot, truly. It's full of gems. Again, all of this is really helping you to clear, heal, balance, harmonize, upgrade, activate your field, your multidimensional DNA, your true remembering, your gifts and abilities. So if you can't afford the full price, because again, we're squeezing through the eye of the needle all the way home through the portal, the time portal, the multidimensional time traveling portal, that's the big thing that's coming up at the moment. All the way back home. And, some are, there's some, again, as the black magic around our finances and success fully clears. I am offering, if for those that can't afford the full price of 33.33, to offer it for 15.15. And if you want to, you can basically send me that preferably via PayPal as a friend. So €15.15. 1515, and I will then send you, and I need your email, and I will then send you the call replay and the MP3 link to the activation, the light language activation, which is really powerful, via email. Or you can use the other donation links on my Ko-fi page or beneath, again, in the description box, okay? Yeah, so this is truly, this was a big heart activation. This is what's unfolding. This is the emerald, the cosmic emerald and crystal diamond rose heart network, our own hearts bursting fully wide open, our blueprints igniting, everything quantum completing. This is the magnetic pole and field shift completing, the axial tilt, fully correcting in our own field as these cosmic staff and rod codes to your feminine and masculine alignment of your inner crystalline Merkaba. Like I was shown before the call, the masculine and feminine Merkaba is basically merging, unifying. So this is the new cosmic quantum tree of life being fully ignited, which is what's fully igniting these new earth realities, the new divine organic creatrix field. And this is the full reset completing of the one cosmic monad, the one heart, mind, body, and soul, all souls as one. Obviously, there's a little bit more of road clearing, I think. As we're all ready to step all the way up and speak the truth. Yeah, fully. Because this is what truly liberates us all. You need to be the truth. Like, if anything, pledge your life to a life of truth. Okay, this will get you all aligned with God's truth. Okay, and we know the truth within us. We all know this is your intuition, your heart, telling you, speaking to you. And you no longer gaslighting it, telling it it's wrong or crazy. Okay, so I think that's it. Also read the post, okay, that comes with it. Really, I spent hours, days on putting these things together. All that goes into this, writing up these posts. There are loads of keys and codes in there. You can find them on the community page and my other social media pages. And again, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, any donations to support me and my channel, signing up to the calls, the event, if you like to meet me in person and are around and are up for that kind of fun. All of that supports me back, okay? And this is also then felt in my field because, again, we need to support one another. And I truly know that, it all comes back to us. This is how we keep the giving and taking, this flow, this balance and harmony. I mean, we need to return that balance. It needs to really come back now. And us supporting the right people, places, things, the right, those who we know. Oh yeah, I'm going to leave another link below, speaking of which, of an animal shelter in Mexico that needs our support right now, okay, in a very divine miracle action type of way. So if you have a few euros that you could, feel guided to give to an animal shelter to help them feed their doggies, I leave the link below. This is also connected, like Kelly from our group container. She personally knows the people there, has been visiting there. And yeah, her heart is with that place. So it would be great if, even if just 1 or 2 people can help, that's always more than nothing at all. So thank you so much, everyone, again, who likes, shares, subscribes, comments on my posts. And yeah, just is the change in action, makes the shift happen, takes responsibility and accountability instead of just sitting there and watching and judging and having opinions. But truly now, stepping all the way up, shining, okay, it's showtime. Show up like the diamond sun that you are, the God self, fully returned, us as the leaders, the guides, to guide everyone all the way home, okay? And humanity through this transition and the transmigration into all new free worlds. And again, this is happening mostly from within this telepathic space. This is where the awakening, where the disclosure is happening. It's telepathic. It will just be known. It's already happening in the field. This is what's igniting now. Be ready for the truth. Will set us all free, fully liberated and free. And I already said that. Happy, for sure. So see everybody happy, healed, liberated, okay? Abundance fully returned as all of this black magic fuckery fully clears, as we fully reclaim all of our power. This is how we seal our field, okay? Boundaries are massively highlighted again, which is part of that. This is how our field seals and heals. Which is the divine masculine within us all fully rising, where you know who and what to spend your energy, attention, life force on with, and know that it's sacred, okay? Agrees. Okay, I leave it here. Wait, I had a few more sentences. Yes, yes, yes. Oh yeah, a couple of fun downloads. Collective is personal. The collective is personal, or collective stuff is personal, and the personal is collective. Because it truly is. Everything we are experiencing, you know, when we heal it, we also help heal the collective. Why are you even meowing? You just agree? Just lying there. I made him a box. The cat bed right next to it. The box does it. It's normal for cats anyway. And the other one is, so, you know, again, and the collective. So this is also the little bit of personal helps us to transcend and clear and heal all of this shit, okay? Because it's bigger than us, as well as it helps you to take this, you know, seriously, because you don't want, you know, you want to liberate yourself. You want to be free already, and fully abundant, but you need to claim this from deep within, okay? And push through all of this limiting programming telling you otherwise, and which prevents people from doing anything and stepping up and forth. Like there's so many people like me who had to carry so much because there's so many light workers who are like aligned with the wrong things, feeding the wrong things, supporting the wrong things, okay, or not stepping up at all because they don't believe in themselves. And some are just playing small. Needs to change, seriously. Like I can't keep going like this. Like I can and I can't. It's both end. So, and I know it's changing now. It's all good. Yeah. So the God self is coming online, the cosmic inner dragon self, the lion self, okay, the spiritual warrior self, the cosmic father principle, the divine masculine stepping up in support, the mind, the God mind. It's here already. So I'm letting go of the last remaining, but a little bit of frustration. Like this has been so hard, keeping on going. Like, and I'm getting more and more confident. I know it's here, and like the support, like the reality shows you the opposite, and it's just like, but at least, you know, we have, again, this is where also, especially, you know, these are the core wounds, so to say, because I know literally, I will be so successful. I've been shown this for a while, and it's literally like, why are we still doing this? But obviously, again, it's yeah, because the resistance. So whenever we're in resistance, have an issue with it, of it still happening in the field, this is how it stays in the field. So this is again where the neutrality, okay, collapses these realities in the field, because it's a charge between the polarities. Okay, this is what the tri-wave brings in. It's you holding the polarities without a charge, without resistance between them in your own field. Yeah, so again, full coherence, alignment, unification, harmony, balance between heart, mind, masculine, feminine, higher, lower self. All of these principles. So this is then how these unwanted realities are falling apart, where it no longer triggers. Okay. So as it no longer triggers me, for example, to not have that support, I know it's basically, you know, it's needed in the field, would be really great to have, and it's kind of frustrating not having it. And you see so many false light teachers being followed and supported, you know, and it's all upside down here. So yeah. So as that frustration and I guess also pain and hurt, because that was also a big part of the activation called the heart healing, and which was also part, like if you haven't seen yet my last video, part of that was a heart healing activation towards the middle end, which is also very powerful, and which you can tune into. And I know this is like the heart fully healing, activating, heals the nervous system, heals the grids, activates everything. It's what lights everything up. And it's going to happen one way or another. And I fully surrender this to source. So this is beyond any partner, any, you know, it's like, this is between you and God. You know, again, you in love with your own God self. And this will bring in the right people who love you fully for who you are and don't judge you. And this is what truly heals our and each other's auric field. When we can just share openly, can be really transparent and honest without being judged, without being criticized, ostracized, all of that stuff, all of these judgments that keep us apart. So the other little download that was quite fun that came in. New Ascension Earth is ruled and governed and animated by divine love. Rule number 1 on New Ascension Earth is love rules without rules. Rule number 2, there are no further rules. Just divine laws in natural order. The law of one, truly, okay? Fully returned through the Emerald Order, through us, okay? The one cosmic family, however you want to call this. It's beyond words, truly. And you fully need to transcend them, okay? And all of this compartmentalization and judgment, fully surrender to the God self, the quantum God mind is going to pop fully online. Everything is popping fully into place. Everything is fully aligning. The puzzle pieces all fully here coming together, okay? This is where everything aligns. And as we are fully aligned, reality fully aligns. It's already happening for many of us, okay? Catch the train. Again, check out the links. If you want some further help, look back on my other videos. Again, you know everything deep down inside of you. It's all written inside of you. Everyone, you know, every cell of every living being has the blueprints of all of creation, everything that has ever happened, will ever happen, so to say. Quantum potential written inside of it, and that's been fully made available right now, okay? It's happening at a very multidimensional cosmic level. It's beyond what most people think this is truly about, okay? Truly, just surrender. This is, you access the God mind as you fully let go of the false monkey mind. All these worries, fears, doubts, insecurities, know them for what they are, let them go, okay? In order to access real truth, which you can only know as you are fully aligned with truth. That's the whole thing. And I have shared more. So rest assured, justice is coming as the real truth arises from within each one of us and liberates us all. Okay, we are here to return that truth, walk in truth, speak the truth. Okay, no matter what it means. Again, each now moment is different. How that may come out. It's more about radiating it out, being it, okay? And especially being true to yourself. This is where it starts and comes back to. See everyone free, healed, liberated. And we do this by being this. So be the change you want to see in the world. This is how this gets fucking done now. Let's get this done, already done, fully merging. Walk through this time portal into new earth, okay? As you fully transcend all of these concepts, time, space, gravity, already dissolved at a higher level, okay? Everything being fully reset, rebirthed, and from within the one consciousness. This is the shift from the false ego self to the God self, Okay, this is what shape shifts everything, because this is the spirit body fully taking over the physical, spirit and matter merging as one, overwriting all remaining distortions. It will be as if it changed overnight, in the blinking of an eye. As well as this is taking down a long time, isn't it? The both end. So embrace it all, especially the divine crazy. Be crazy in love, okay? This is where divine ecstasy, love, bliss is gonna ignite it all. And this only happens as you fully let go of all of the density of the past. You need to let it all the way to fully go. All of the storylines, all of the attachments to your false ego self, people, places, things. Just be willing to let it go. You know, you can't fake it. Snoot agrees. He knows. It's like old grandfather energies. Okay. So tap into your own inner wise one, okay? Your own inner seer, oracle. What's available for you, quantum style, okay? All right. Again, if you want any support on some more navigational tips, instruction sets, that call creating heaven on earth, which we are always doing, okay? With every word, feeling, action we take. The link is below. Otherwise, again, I will report more as we go along. Again, anything can happen any moment now. This is the full and final liberation, breakthrough. It's here now. That's all I can feel. It's here now. Now is the only time there ever is. Embrace the quantum, okay? Transcend all preconceived ideas, belief systems of what is supposed to happen, when, how you want it to happen, how it's going to look like, okay? This is how we embrace the uncertainty and childlike wonder, the golden Christ child coming fully out to play. The abundance, okay? Love, power, wisdom, fully embodied through us, the threefold founder flame, this Trinity wave, overwriting all of these bipolar, bi-wave reversals in the field, okay? This distorted polarity. And we shift fully into merge with the unity field of the oneness and one with all of creation, where truly, you know, there's nothing to fear here but your own crazy imagination. So transcend that already, let it go, and let God dream through you all new free worlds, okay? Heaven on earth. It's a state of consciousness. We came here to remember, embody, anchor, activate, emit, okay, to receivers and emitters, radiating out all new free worlds. Again, you're projecting all of this out. It's a holographic quantum projection. Now, let's shift the channel. New frequency. All right, let's make it so. All right. So much love, so many blessings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye, bye, bye.